In this video, I'm going to answer one of the most common SEO questions, which is how long does it take to rank number one on Google for your keywords? And you'll learn exactly how long it takes, the reasons why, and what you can do to make sure you speed up that process. But before we jump into it, please make sure you smash a like on the video, drop a comment if you have any questions, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So how long does it take to rank number one on Google? Well, this is kind of like asking how long is a piece of string. It's almost impossible to say, and it depends on so many factors outside of your control. There's no set universal time for you to rank number one, especially when you're competing with hundreds of other websites that are all trying to optimize the website and get to the number one spot as well. However, there are certain things you can do to truly optimize your website and to outrank most people, because most webmasters don't know how to properly optimize their website for search engines. The other thing is as well that this ranking factor depends on, your competition, how many backlinks you have to your site, how much content you have, how old your website is, and there are just all these different variables that make it almost impossible to say how long it takes to rank number one on Google. And the truth is, it could be 3 months, it could be 6 months. Usually most websites rank number one within 1 year if they're ever going to rank number one, but it truly depends on your competition, your niche, your industry, and what keywords you're going after. The other thing is as well that asking how long it takes to rank number one on Google is a little bit of a misguided question, but I understand that it makes sense. You want to get to the top, you want to start getting that traffic in, but the real question you should be asking yourself is how long does it take for SEO to start generating leads and sales for your website? And you don't necessarily need the number one spot on Google to land those leads and sales. And whilst the top spot usually gets the most traffic, you can still get high quality traffic from second, third place on Google, which means more leads and more sales for your website. So this is another thing to consider. But not just that, you also want to focus on conversions, right? So you don't want to just get that traffic and get that number one spot on Google if your website isn't converting properly. What I'd also say is that whilst it takes a long time to rank, your results will compound over time. So as you build more content, you build more backlinks, you optimize your website better, and this is going to compound over time and get you more results as you gradually do it. So, it's going to be like the snowball effect, where all of a sudden you get so much momentum that your traffic is growing month on month on month. So the truth is, with SEO, there's no secret formula to getting your website to the top of Google overnight. It's a long-term job. It requires a lot of patience and a lot of consistency, and that can just take months and months and months of publishing content, building links to your site, and optimizing that overall. But the thing that I will say is that if you're trying to rank your website first on Google as soon as possible, then make sure you do your keywords research very carefully, because if you go after the wrong keywords, you're never going to rank for them. And this is especially true if you're in a hyper-competitive industry. Like, let's say, for example, you want to rank for the keyword insurance. If you try and rank for that keyword and you have a brand new site with no authority, then you're just never going to rank for it. It doesn't matter how long you wait, you're probably never going to rank for it, simply because it's just so damn competitive. So just be aware of that before you try and get your website to the top of Google. Just focus on your keyword strategy, hone that down, be selective with the keywords you go after. And the trick is to go after keywords that are low competition, high search volume, and high click-through rate. By the way, if you want more tips on that, you can check out my other video on keyword research. So converting your traffic into leads and sales is the key. And the problem is, if you have that number one spot on Google and then you can't convert that traffic into leads and sales, you're kind of wasting your time. And that's the crucial error here that most webmasters make. You have to know how to turn traffic into money. And how do you do that? Well, first of all, you want to get your keyword research in place. So understand, right, are the keywords I'm going after, do they have business value? Are they going to generate leads? Are they going to generate sales? Do they have the sort of search intent that's going to generate revenue for my website? Or are they more informational, search-related terms that aren't really going to drive much value to my site, and therefore you shouldn't waste your time going after them? Also, the other thing is, on page, when people start landing on your site, you want to make sure your content quality is good enough to keep people engaged on the site. So when you create your content, make sure you also plan out how you're going to keep people on the page, how you're going to convert that traffic into sales, and what you can do to get the most value out of that traffic. What I'd also say is that there are ways to get results much quicker, especially if you're keen on optimizing your website properly. So what I mean by this is that make sure your content quality and your on-page SEO is on point. Also, nail your keyword strategy, as I said before, because this is just so important in terms of having a chance to rank number one. Next up, I'd also say build a lot of high quality, high authoritative websites that are white hat, to your site, because they're like references to say that your website is authoritative and that your content is good. And the more of these you get, it's kind of like a voting system. So the more backlinks you get, the higher you're going to rank on Google. And finally, I'd also say just keep publishing content. Once you've got your keyword strategy nailed, just keep publishing content, because that's going to help you rank for more keywords. It's going to make your website more authoritative, and you've got more of a chance of landing that #1 spot. So now you know that there's no set time for you to start ranking #1 on Google, because this depends on so many factors outside of your control. However, most websites do rank #1 within 12 months if they're going to rank #1 at all. But the real question you should ask yourself is, how quickly can you generate leads and sales to your website with SEO? Because if you focus on that, your website's going to start making more profits far earlier than if you focus on only getting the #1 spot. So thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Please let me know if you have any questions in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.